What is going on, guys? It is Tony and Joe from Lomo Paintball, and today we are bringing you an old school throwback of versus video, the Spire 3 versus the Bunker
Control.
Ooh, baby, let's go.
So tell me, guys, what's the difference?
Sick.
Why
Mark
would I
is so
want one
hyped.
over the other?
Why would you want one over the other? Who do you want to go first, me or Joe?
Well, the Spire 3's been out longer, so let's hit the old school guy first.
So you're hitting me. First off, I can tell you right now, when you press my little button in the back here, Mark, it's going to pop open for you, and it's got a hinge feature. So the whole shell doesn't come off. You don't want to lose it. You don't want to drop it and get this expensive hopper all jacked up, do you? I didn't think so.
Do you have a hinge, Joe?
The Control does not have a hinge, but it does have the quick removal on the back. So it's got your kind of traditional where the shell comes off. Hinge feature is kind of cool. I mean, this is kind of nice, so too, because then you can just thoroughly clean stuff. I mean, it's kind of...
if you're bumbling around at the field, you're nervous, your hands are all slippery, you don't want to drop your nice little shell on the ground. I like the hinge feature. I like that you don't have to worry about it falling off or whatever, but it's a solid thing, too. Like you said, if you really want to thoroughly get in there and clean the entire thing, having it come all the way off would kind of be nice, but at this point in time, I don't have to worry about losing anything. All right.
Well, now that we got the top down on these,
Ooh,
top
popping
off,
tops?
popping
Nice.
the top. So, like I said, you guys want to see as far as the lids that come on these are identical. Virtue Bunker Kings are owned by the same company. They're brother sister company, whatever you want to call it.
So you're saying speed feed access?
Yeah,
Is that
so
where we're going
speed feed access. They're both going to have the same real heavy duty nylon lid. I mean, you can see these things like I'm
Yeah, they're not.
flexing on it.
They're not breaking.
You're not going to break it. Speed feed. They're both going to take the Crown SF or the new Bunker King NTR speed feed. So lids, speed feeds are going to be 100% identical on these two loaders.
Click
So
in and click out. You can change your speed feed in about 10 seconds if you know what you're doing.
And
Press the
neither
button.
one of them comes with a speed feed in the box, right? That's
Correct.
an add-on.
No, sir. Which, Mark, that's going to bring me to my point on the Spire 3. Speaking of features that these hoppers come with, Mark, do you happen to know what that is?
It's a flappy flapper flap.
Oh, it's a flappy flapperson. It's also known as a spring ramp. So when you start to get low on paint, the ramp will rise up and feed it into the tray down below. Does yours come with that?
So the Bunker Kings, you guys have seen my overview. Straight out of the box, it does not come with the does not come with a spring ramp.
No.
Okay, so you got a little bit of an edge there with the Spire. But when you do add the Bunker King spring ramp, it's only $11.95. I mean, you've already spent over $200 on a hopper. I mean, what's another $12? I mean, really and truly.
That's
the
fair.
nice thing though, when you do install it, when you pop this tray out, it's just got a nice magnetic release on his. You got to hit a button to pull it out.
I'll show you a button in the back.
But the cool thing is, when you do install the spring ramp, you'll have the ramp up front, just like the Spire, but it also has a spot for a secondary ramp. That is one thing that the Spire doesn't have, is the secondary ramp option on there. So it is pretty cool. It doesn't come with it, unfortunately, but when you do upgrade, it actually kind of takes you a step above the Spire. You'll have your front ramp, and then you got one here in the back to continue to force paint down. So
Dually ramps.
It's you got dual ramps.
So it'll be dual ramped. It doesn't come with it, but once you do, you get double the rampage.
So you guys know what you're getting here.
really gonna ramp.
So because you brought up price point,
You're
what,
really
what
gonna
do
ramp.
these retail for stock out of the box?
So it depends on what colorway you get. The reds, the blues, the limes, and these are like $225 currently. The black is $235, and then the Highlander camo, the special prints, are $249. That's as of today. Spires current retail is $229. So you're a couple bucks less or a couple bucks more, depending which color you get. So, you throw on a spring ramp, you might only be a few dollars higher than the Spire. So.
Does yours have a magnetic drive cone? You can pull it up and pull it out and clean it? Really?
Yeah, so actually,
Nice.
Speaking of the trays, if you want to pull that tray out so they can kind of see the comparison on these. So that is one of the major upgrades they did with the Control, is that it's got your tray right here now. It's got this inner lip, which is kind of cool. You can see on this one, the paint doesn't have as much of the lip on there. It does still, but this kind of holds paint in there more. And then speaking of the drive cone, when you pull out the drive cone, this one's more hollowed out. Real similar part. It might even be interchangeable. So interchangeable drive cones, but if you watch my Bunker Kings overview with the controls, they hollowed this out a lot more. Hey, Mark.
I put it
See
next
through
to
there.
So what was the
Yeah.
purpose of that? Seems like a paintball. Could
So,
like,
so the reason that this is the Spire one, this is the Bunker King NTR.
Spire
The
3.
reason, Spire 3. The reason they hollowed this out is so you'd have less weight on the actual drive cone, and then when the paint's in there, they can sense the true tension of the paint more, as opposed to getting more of the extra tension, whatever. Best way to explain it, but
Technical
that was,
terms.
Yeah, that was why they hollowed this out. They felt that they could give a little bit more of an accurate reading on.
does
there,
yours
so.
still operate on the 3 AA's in the bottom?
Yeah, so you flip them over. Both hoppers on the bottom, they're going to run on 3 AA's. Both are in-charge compatible. We sell the in-charge battery packs. Mark a while ago did a video on how to install one on a LTR. Super easy though. You just remove this, pop in the in-charge, plug it in, so you can get them set up to run on rechargeable batteries, which is pretty cool. And then really kind of the last main difference is going to be just kind of the bells and whistles. So the bells and whistles of this hopper now is it has that the paint angle indicator. So again, if you watch my control video, you'll show when I got batteries in here, this thing lights up. When you're holding, if your hopper's too high, it's going to be red off to that side. If your hopper's too low, it'll be red to this side. If you got the perfect angle, it'll be green in the middle.
How do you know what the perfect angle is?
So that angle was set up for if you're kind of standing at the back center start box on a regulation NXL airball field. So if you're kind of at the back center start box, you come up. There's kind of a perfect angle if you want to lane out the guy, kind of run and snake or run into the corner on the other side. You can change the calibration on that if you're playing on a different size field. So it's a training mode thing. It's not, oh my God, you're not going to use it every game. Obviously, there's not time to check your angle. But the whole point is a training mode. This is that muscle memory. So you keep your practice at home. Right now there's not stuff going on. Can't really go out. So you can start working on that muscle memory. So when you get your pull-up, you get used to pulling up right in the right spot.
I like that.
And then
Mine obviously has the reload indicator on each side, left and right. So just there and just there. It'll tell you when you need to reload on paint if you already not sensing you're getting low or something like that. But yeah, I have lights that turn on in each side of the hopper, both sides, and let you know if you're getting low on paint. So
yeah, so that's
So
kind
you
of...
have the Spire has no,
no, it
No
does not
level
have an
indicator.
angle. Nope.
but the control doesn't have a low.
It doesn't have the low
Correct, like
paint.
he said, bells and whistles. His has something better than mine. Mine has something better than his. So
And then probably the couple of other things you guys wanted to see is going to be the kind of the profile. The control does have a little bit lower of a profile. You can set the Spire there. We'll set the control right next to it. Similar, the Spire's just a tad higher, but they were trim that down a little bit.
you can even show them the front view,
You
back view.
got your back side comparison.
And they both hold 200 paintballs each, just so you guys know.
Side, and then your front comparison. So that's kind of how they shake out on that. And then the other big thing would be the weight. So everybody wanted to see what's going to be the weight on these
Last
things.
but not least, you guys always ask, you want all the technical terms. You want to know exactly the specs. So here we go.
We got set up for pounds.
Mark, zoom on in. Control hopper going on the scale.
0.9.
Oh, actually, what do we got? 0.9 pounds. We can even change the mode to pounds and ounces if we want it to be more accurate. So pounds and ounces, yeah.
All right, so re-tariff and do it again.
We're going to do it again, just so we get an accurate read.
So
Tear,
it's 14 ounces.
14 ounces.
So 14 ounces, so under a pound. That's pretty light for a hopper.
All right, Spire 3 is going on the scale with the spring ramps already on the inside. Spring ramp, just one. Ooh, 1 pound. So what, you got me by 2 ounces?
2 ounces.
2 ounces.
Oh, but if you had your spring ramps installed,
Uh-oh.
you might want to throw that on the scale and see what's it working with here. So currently with no spring ramps, the control loader is 2 ounces lighter. But if you're going to throw those on the scale along with it, just take a little look and see.
And if you're concerned about losing 2 ounces, go to the bathroom before you play. You probably dropped 2 ounces.
There you go. Wise words from Mark.
So we'll throw both of the spring ramps in there.
Oh, it fluctuated.
Well, you know what? I touched the counter. It kind of moved a little bit. Still says 14.
All right.
I mean, I don't know. So, okay. Control loader is going to be a little bit lighter. like Mark said, if you're worried about 2 ounces, go to the men's room or the woman's room.
Hey, no, it is. It's pretty impressive though. I mean, to have a nice hopper like this come in at under a pound. I mean, like you said, the 2 ounces shouldn't really be a make or break difference, but
that's it, man. That's the control.
So.
Well, we did a little video, Control Virtue Spire 3. Now you guys know the differences. You've seen profiles, you've seen weights, the features, bells and whistles, all that good stuff. Don't forget, guys, both of these are available in multiple colors. Shop.lonewoolpaintball.com, and put in the comments below which hopper you like better. If you want to see another versus video on any other products on the market, we've got it. Shop Lone Wolf Paintball, and head on over to the Jerky Den.
And our question...
Joe's going to answer this one.
Well, it works out either way. Manuel Castro wants to know, so did they stop making the Spire 3 to make this? Charge you an arm and a leg, not include a spring wrap on the 220 hopper. That was from the last video that Joe did. Doing
Spire
a full
3s
review.
are still in production.
100%.
Controls are just the newer style. I like that little laning, the fancy, level indicator, pretty sweet. But what do you think, Joe?
Yeah, no, Spire, I mean, they're still cranking the Spires out. The Spire's an awesome loader, been tried and true.
What about charging an arm and a leg for something without a spring ramp? It's only 11.
I would say it's an arm and a leg. I mean, you're at $225. I mean, for this one, you add that on. I mean, you're $7 more than what a Spire would be, but you're getting a dual ramp system. So, I mean, you're right there. I mean, is it annoying that it doesn't come with it off the rip? Sure, I would agree. I would have probably personally just put it on, charged a little bit extra, and called it a day.
Fair.
But it's not really make or break. So.
Neither one of you, as far as I know, have actually played with it. So, do you really need the spring ramp? That's another question.
Yeah, and that's one of the other issues too. I mean, the way these things feed. I mean, it's not a die-hard necessity, but sure, it's cool to have. It would have been nice if they would have just maybe charged just a couple bucks more, just included it to save you guys the trouble. But either way, we're here. We got them. So
ShopLoneWolfPaintball.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.
Bonus question, since there's 2 of you, 2 questions. Ryan Schaefer wants to know, does the warranty cover dogs eating it? Asking for a friend.
Let your friend know. Probably not. So, but Virtue does have an excellent warranty. If there's any issues with them, contact them. They are great over there. So shout out to Nick at Virtue. I'm doing it right for you guys. So
yeah.
See you.